Okay, so yeah, um, decimals are what you should use for financial accuracy, and accuracy with anything that has to do with financials is very important. So those are the three floating point types that we have. All they differ, they behave the exact same way, but they differ in how accurate they are. Now, there's a question coming in that's been coming in over and over and over again, and that is, why would we ever use a float, a double, or a decimal? And I think it's about time to go on break, Jason.
Well, don't leave us on a cliffhanger. Why would we unit?
Well, that was actually kind of the
What?
intention.
What? All right. So just because we had the request earlier, it shall be time. Dun dun dun. For coffee.
Alrighty. So, I left you guys on a cliffhanger.
Yes, you did.
Um, like I said before, the .NET, all .NET languages provide us with a variety of different data types. Three of them can contain floating point data. However, again, like I've described, there are many reasons to use an integer over a floating point value if you can get away with it. So what we have here are three different things that do a very similar thing, or three different types that do a very similar thing. We have floats that can contain floating point data to this much precision, or more specifically, something like that is one, I believe that's going to be, no, there we go. That is one significant digit too many. This is one significant digit too many, and that is one significant digit too many. Just to give you guys the, whoops, there we go, better example. So that's an example of those three data types having one significant digit too many, and then we have rounding happening. So why would we want to use a float versus a double versus a decimal? That brings us into a small discussion about memory. Now, memory is something that we will be talking about a lot, and we'll be getting into it in great detail once we get into week 4 when we start talking about methods and call stacks and all that fun stuff.